Okay, so apparently YouTube didn't like that I was streaming all the bios of these characters for Big Brother Season 9, excuse me. I'm not exactly sure why they said it was deceptive. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's stuff that's readily available on YouTube. Okay, so apparently YouTube didn't like that I was streaming all the bios of these characters for Big Brother Season 9, excuse me. I'm not exactly sure why they said it was deceptive. Said it was a scam or violated community guidelines, but whatever. Readily available on YouTube. Okay, so apparently YouTube didn't like that I was streaming all the bios of these characters. So I guess we'll just go over each individual player and kind of just discuss. Said it was a scam or violated community guidelines, but whatever. Like, they're posted right on YouTube. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. They're right on YouTube. It's not like I'm Global TV. Like, I'm not. But to discuss these people, going over their bios is pretty important. So that's kind of why I wanted to show them. If I was a bigger streamer, I'm betting you if I was like Rob had a podcast, I'm betting you they would have done absolutely nothing to them. But because I'm a lower streamer, probably that's why they have some type of issue with it. They can pretty much go fuck themselves, to be quite honest. If I was a bigger streamer, I'm betting you if I was like Rob had a podcast, I'm betting you they would have done absolutely nothing to them. But because I'm a lower streamer, probably that's why they have some type of issue with it. They can pretty much go fuck themselves, to be quite honest. Anywho, so just going on here, doing my first initial impressions of each individual's. So we got one person in the whole entire cast who is a individual who is a so Austin is the only Big Brother super fan. Based on what I read. I just don't understand why I wasn't allowed to do that. Like, it's right, they're like right on YouTube. It's like, here's the thing. I could see if they weren't on YouTube, if I was streaming from like some other type of platform to this, but literally these videos are right on YouTube, so I don't understand why I was taken down. But anywho, so we got Austin, who is kind of this, I'm trying to think, she's like a super fan, but she plans on possibly getting into a showman, so like I don't know how I feel about her so far. I feel like out of all the cast members here, the only one I could see her possibly getting into a showman's with is probably Tyshawn. I don't know why. They just seem like they would probably gravitate towards each other. She didn't say she was a lesbian. As far as I remember, the only person that came out as being lesbian was Tina, who's in a monogamous relationship with her wife in, I think she's from, what did she say she was? Newfoundland? Her hometown is, yeah, Newfoundland. I think that's what the NL stands for, is Newfoundland. So yeah, you got her from Newfoundland. But yeah, so out of this cast, I'm going to say that I feel as though the individual who's possibly giving us way too much information, who's probably not going to be able to live up to his hype, is Rohan. He kind of has this whole thing about him stating that he's like this strategic, charismatic, analytical type of person. And it's very much a Dan Giesling type of game that he is professing that he's going to play. But I just don't see anybody being able to live up to that type of hype. So I'm going to say that he's most likely He most likely won't live up to it. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he surprises us and is actually this under the radar player that he plans on being, that's going to make these strategic moves. But I don't know. Something tells me that he's says all this stuff, but he's not really going to live up to it, which kind of stinks. Oh well. You got Beth, she's the country girl. I'm not sure exactly where she said she was from. I just remember that she's like the country girl who's going to be kind of like a physical threat. She has a lot of physical strength and mental fortitude, whatever that means. She's a homeless support worker. And Alberta Tomahawk. So, I don't know how I feel about her. I don't feel like she's going to make it that far, personally. I feel like if she undersells her athletic prowess, she may make it far in the game. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Next person we're going to go over is Brendan White. His profile states, watch out for this fierce and hardworking competitor who never gives up. Braden, I think his name is Braden. Braden will not only be there to slay, but he will be there to stay. He's from Calgary, Alberta. He said it's a small town. He does say that he has a degree in something. He does make a witty remark that he has a degree in something that no one in the house is going to know what it is anyway, so he might as well not even tell them that he's a part of that particular, have that particular knowledge set. Who knows if he really will. I feel like he's the kind of person that's going to divulge all his secrets to everyone just based on his character persona, just based on him as a character. But, I mean, you never know. Some of these players do surprise you. They go in and you think they're going to be a certain way, and they come in and they're like, oh, this person's not going to make it far, and they make it to the end of the game. Ethan, I don't know. He doesn't know what an IQ is. Like, that's the one thing that kind of stood out to me in his whole bio when he was talking about himself. He's like, I don't know what an IQ is. Thanks. You're not one of the people I want at the end of the game. I'll tell you that. Definitely want you out earlier rather than later. Physical threat people. If you don't have a brain, I don't want to see you in the finals. Rather just see you float your ass back home. Jettison. Jettison is a model. I think he said he kind of like stumbled upon modeling. I don't think he said it was like his like career, but I know he's a model. Oh, he's also a personal trainer, I guess. He said this well-rounded ladies' man is confident, and he holds the 3 essential qualities needed to succeed in BB Can: athleticism, intelligence, and a charming personality. I don't know. I didn't get that much out of him. He didn't seem like... I don't know. He didn't seem that charismatic, that charming. Like, you can say that you're charismatic and charming, but that doesn't necessarily mean you are. I don't know. He wasn't doing it for me. The only people that really were doing it for me, that I could see them going far and probably swaying people, is Tyshawn. And that's about it. I didn't really see any of these other people based on their bios. They didn't really give us too much. Josh, he could probably go far, possibly, because he's probably used to just telling people what they want to hear, just based on his career. He said he is a film... I think he's a film... I think he just is a... Well, he's a film production coordinator. So he probably has to deal with a lot of difficult personalities and probably has to tell them what they want to hear. So I could see him going far, but just something about him was very 2D. Like, he just doesn't... I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see people getting swayed by him. But who knows? Who really knows? Who really knows? Julie Vu is the only transgendered individual on this cast. She says she's a big, fierce competitor. That was the big thing that I got out. Is like, you might think I'm a dainty girl, but I'm a fierce competitor. That's kind of what I got out of his profile. Social media influencer. Don't be fooled by the beauty and glamour. This YouTube star is ready to pull out the show-stopping moves to become Canada's BB Can icon. I have a problem with them using influencers. These influencers don't want to come and play the game. Like, she's probably going to be just like Kathy, and she's going to come in the game and she's going to be like, oh, I'm going to be a big influencer. Now everybody's going to follow me. Blah, 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 blah. Guess what? And then she's going to be like, oh, I don't want to play this game. It's so hard. I don't want to be a have-not. I don't want to eat slop. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And I'm going to be like, dude, why did you cast this bitch? Like, why? She better bring her A game. She better be all on top, because if she pulls a Kathy, I think her name was Kathy last season, where she's like, I just wanted to come on here to get 2,000 plus people on my sponsorship. It's not going to happen for me. Kiefer, I mean, he is, I believe, Native American from, I don't remember where he's from. He's from Old-Masset, British Columbia. And he was like really happy that his family is like, his descendants are now on the loon or something like that. He was really happy about that. It says he's a laid-back radio host, and family man may not seem like a threat, but he will use this to his advantage to become the next Big Brother Canada champion. I don't know. That's an Ethan. That's so much like so many other players we've seen. We've seen this. I mean, he's going to be an easy person to, I feel like, get kicked out early. And that's mostly because he is going to be seen as this floater type character that's not going to really do anything. And someone's going to say, one of them will say, floaters better grab a life vest. And he's going to be the one floater out there floating all the way to the top, or he's going to try to. And I don't think it's going to work very well, especially if you have Austin in there, who's a Big Brother super fan. She gonna know. She gonna find you, Kiefer. A lot of people underestimate the floaters, but people who watch Big Brother, they know you. They spot you. They see you. They not catching you out, but you might end up downhill. At least LaToya, I don't know. Now that I think of, like, at first I wasn't sure, but if she's gonna do what she says she is, and her spiel about what she's gonna do seemed more reasonable, I think she could make it to the end. Rohan, he seems too good to be true. Hopefully he is as good as he says he is, but who knows. Tara, she's from LaSalle, Ontario. She's a free-spirited married mom of two, and is ready to show women and moms everywhere that it's never too late to follow her dreams and become the next Big Brother Canada winner. It's very inspirational. I don't know. I just don't see her winning. There's two motherly type figures in this group. Still pretty big age difference. Is LaToya? Let me see here. Like, what's the median age here? We got 23. We got 27. You got 23. Wow, he's 23 and he already has a degree. What a crazy fuck. Maybe he might surprise us and go pretty far. He's 23. He already has a degree. 25. 30. Cool. 28. 31. I think the median age is like 30 something. Or not 30, 20 something. Anywho, let's go back. So I don't see her going far. I'm not sure about her. I don't know about Tina Thistle. I don't know a lot about her. I don't know how I feel about her. She doesn't seem like too big of a threat. Though here's what could go down is they could target the two oldest people in the group. That happens a lot in Big Brother. Hopefully it does not. I did vote to put Tina and Victoria as the team captains because I felt like they were two vulnerable people in the house, and I'd like to see them go farther than just the first week. As we see in so many Big Brother games, they usually pick either the person that's very rowdy or like a big partier. Usually party people usually get kicked out really fast. And so do elderly individuals. She's not old, but she would be the oldest in the group. So she could possibly be an easy person for the group together to decide to target. But yeah, and then Tyshawn, I feel like he's going to go really far. I feel like Latoya's going to go really far. Victoria, I don't know. Unless she gets her votes. Unless she gets the votes, I don't know if she's going to go far. She seems like she's a big personality. Josh will probably be able to handle her. I don't know about the other house guests. I don't know about the other house guests handling her big personality. She might have a target on her back day one just for being such a big personality. She seems like the biggest personality in this group. The rest of them seem like Ethan's probably a big personality too. They probably should team up, I would think. I don't know how Julie's going to be. I don't know if Julie's going to be like a big personality or if she's going to be more under the radar. I don't know. But yeah, here's the cast. It's 14 people. We're missing 2 people. Usually there is 16 people in the cast. So people are wondering or speculating if maybe 2 people are going to be returnees that we just don't get to hear about until like a vote or something. Not exactly sure. I would love to see Tim come back. Personally, I love Tim, Australian Tim. He is just so funny, so cuckoo. He's like one of my favorite Big Brother players. Never seen him in Australia. I'd love to watch Big Brother Australia just to kind of get a feel for him. But yeah, that's the cast. We got 14 cast members, and hopefully we get more cast members as time goes on, or we might just be getting 14 because of the pandemic. Who knows? Like, we really don't know. I hope not. I really hope that we do get more people. Just because it would be really interesting to see who they're going to add in these 2 little spaces here, but I don't know. Does anybody think we're going to get more people? Think that where this is all we're going to get? Any speculations? Anything that anybody's thinking? So yeah, I don't know. It's nice though that they did do a relatively diverse group of people. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I mean, I don't know what you consider a person of color because she's, I think, Egyptian, she said. So does that qualify her as a person of color, or does she have to look a certain way for it to actually be? I mean, if we're just going by looks, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people of color. If we're going by also ethnicities, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 people of color. So, I mean, I think they did kind of, they went above and beyond when they said that they were going to try to at least have 50%. If you look at their actual whole bios and what their life, because he's Native American, she's Egyptian. I don't remember him saying anything about his ethnicity or him. She's obviously Chinese or Japanese. No, that's not an obvious thing. I don't really know what her direct descendant is. I shouldn't say that. I thought she said Chinese in her bio, but I could be wrong. So I don't want to mess that up. But I thought he said Chinese. Not 100% sure on that. Him, I definitely said he was Native American. He's obviously Middle Eastern. And then you got more African American people. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 African American people, I think. Pretty sure Jetson is African American. It's definitely different. Like, you can actually see the difference just by looking at this cast compared to other casts in the past. It's a very, very, very diverse cast. You only got four people that you can, like, 1, 2, 3, 5 white people. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 white people. It's crazy. It's progressive. They're definitely trying to make it so that they're more inclusive, I think. Some people still think it's not inclusive enough. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, like, I guess it really just depends on your opinion or what you feel. But, like, based on what I know about these people so far, I would say this is a pretty inclusive cast. And then you got 1 gay person. Or how many gay people do you have? 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't know. Do you consider trans people gay? They're kind of, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you consider that gay or queer or what necessarily you consider it. But you got 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Some people were already complaining, saying that, like, when they said, some people have already been complaining, saying that they don't think this cast is diverse enough. I don't know. What is your opinions? Honestly, leave comments or whatever you want. I personally think it's very diverse if you look at their backgrounds. But some people are saying that there's only 1 cis black male, but they're actually, I think he is African American. I want to say he's African American. I mean, to me, he could be a mix. I don't know. Like, I mean, you look at someone and you don't want to, like, people don't want you to do stereotypes, but, like, I could see African American in him, but I can also possibly see other things in him, but ultimately, whatever he is, he knows, I'm sure. I don't know why. I mean, I understand why it's a big deal now, but also, hopefully, we keep moving. Big Brother keeps staying at this progressive way and keeps, making it so that they are more inclusive of not just people of color, but of everything. Like, I feel like, I mean, one thing that would be really nice personally for myself, and I don't think they'll ever do this, is to put more gay people in there. Like, actual gay people that would actually be, like, attracted to each other, which they would never do. They would never do that. They would never put two gay people in the house that might come into a gay showman's. And that's exactly what they did here. Like, there is a possibility there could be a gay showman's actually this year, though, because you got Josh and Brandon, who are both gay. Relatively, well, one's a little bit, I don't know. Depends on if they are ageist. Like, if he only dates people close to his age. If he only dates people that are close to his age, we're not going to see a gay showman's. Because he's 23 and he's 30. But if he dates people that are outside of his age range, he might. It's entirely possible. Who knows? Who knows? Let's kind of go on Twitter and see what other people are saying. If there's anything in the Twitterverse. Yeah, Big Brother, I'm betting you Big Brother Canada saw that I was streaming the bios and was like, we don't want that on here. Fucking Big Brother Canada and your bull poopies. Let's see if anybody else is streaming anything with Big Brother. Nope, there's no one else streaming anything Big Brother Canada related. I can't wait till Rob Has a Podcast goes on. So Rob Has a Podcast will have shit on it. Did Jolene put anything up? What the hell is with these? I'm the first to the party. Looks like I am the first to the party to do the casting. Maybe they know that casting videos don't get much leeway, so they're not worried about it or something. Why don't they have the written bio? Oh, here they go. We also got the written bios for them that we can go over. We got Austin Duqua. She's 23. Her preferred pronouns. Wow, this is so weird. Preferred pronouns are her and she. She's a Cancer. She's from Newmarket, Ontario. She's a realtor. She's single. Her strategy. My strategy is to lay low and act unassuming at the beginning. Then school everyone in memory comps towards the end. Okay. What do you think you'll select Big Brother Canada 9? Because I generally love the show. I'm out and a bit quirky. Okay, so there's longer bios out there. I didn't see these longer bios. Let's go over them. Get some more in-depth information about these people. It's a good strategy, though. I mean, she could... Big brother. Canada. 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 Alright, so she says she is going to lay low and act unassuming at the beginning, and then school everyone in memory comps. So she's going to be a memory comp person. This is the bio of Austin Dubois. Her biggest pet peeve is gross eaters. Her biggest fear is icebergs. Who the fuck is scared of icebergs? The fuck is wrong with some people? My greatest strength is great instincts. My typical Sunday is lounging all day and hanging with my sister. Okay, so this girl is probably from a rich family. She likes... Oh no, Sunday. Okay, I thought that was my typical day. Never mind, Sunday. Maybe she isn't rich. Who knows? My most prized possession is my crystals. Good vibes only. Your favorite hobby is singing. Most spontaneous thing I've ever done. LOL this. If I could only eat one thing in the house, it would be blueberry smoothies. Fact about me. She graduated university by the age of 20. Alright, so there's... We're in the bios of these people. That's her, let's see. All right, so let's go to Beth Beta. He, her, or she are her preferred pronoun. She's a Leo. She's from Tomahawk, Alberta. She's a homeless support worker. What is her strategy in the house? To find a ride or die on day one. I'll probably lay low at the beginning, then pull a Tyler and have secret alliance around the house. And like the pariahs or Mitch. And like pariah or Mitch, make other people do my dirty work. Mitch. Who the hell is Mitch? Oh, Mitch from... Okay, I know who she's talking. So she watches the show Why are they making it seem like there's only one big brother? So she knows who Mitch is from season 4. How does she not know? Like, why are we saying that there's only one Big Brother superfan? Can you... Because I'm real, I'm always Beth, and I think being genuine often takes my place. Many places I also try to think I'm funny. I'm a smart gal. Justin. Hello. Is anybody out there? No one wants to talk Big Brother Canada casting. Is anybody out there? Can you see me out there where you feel me? I get so bored. I get so bored. Bored. So bored. Bored. I'm waiting for someone to talk Big Brother. Why doesn't anybody want to talk Big Brother? I get so bored. So bored.
Hey, Dad. Yeah, but I made a girl cry today, but I didn't mean to.
All right, so so let's go over the next profile here. Went over Beth. She does know a little bit about the game, more than she let on in her bio. She does know who Mitch is from season 4. She wants to find a bestie in the house day 1 and then use other people to do her dirty work. That is her strategy. She says that she thinks that she was selected because she's real. She says the hardest thing for her. I'm a pterodactyl. Does anybody want to talk about Big Brother? Do you want to talk about Big Brother? I want to talk about Big Brother. Where are my stands? Where are my Big Brother stands? Where are you tonight? I know a place where the grass is really greener. Undone. I don't know. There's nobody watching Big Brother Canada. Big Brother Canada. I know a place where the grass is really greener. Undone. I don't know. There's nobody watching Big Brother Canada. Big Brother Canada. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go into their profiles a little bit. There's more that we can dig up if we go to cast bio. It's not pulling it up. Back. Get to know it. Here we go. So there's more stuff if you get to know the individual. She seems like she's going to... So this is kind of what I wanted to get into, was more into about like what their strategies are. My strategy is to lay low and act unassuming at the beginning. I don't know what she means. I don't know what she means by act unassuming. Like, she's not going to assume that she's the target each week? Like, what is she acting unassuming on? Don't really know. Then school everyone in memory comps towards the end. So apparently she's intelligent, and she's going to rely on her intelligence to get her to the end of the game. Let's go to the next person. So Beth's strategy is, she said, it says, what is your strategy going into the house? It's kind of what I want to go over. It says, find a ride or die day one, and I'll probably lay more low at the beginning, but pull a Tyler from Big Brother US and have a secret alliance around the house, and like Pariahs or Mitch, make other people do my dirty work. Now, this is another thing to look out for. These type of players that make these assumptions that they're going to be a Tyler or they're going to be a Dan Giesling. You cannot live up to another person's name. You have to play the game for yourself, by yourself, or with whoever you think you're going to do, but stay true to yourself. I don't think that this girl is going to live up to the hype of Tyler or any of the other people that she's talking about, like Mitch. Mitch was a one-of-a-kind game player when it came to it. Like, he kind of got royally screwed in Big Brother 1, Mitch. Right? He was in Big Brother 1, right? Yeah. He got screwed because... No, wait. What season was Mitch in? Mitch was in Big Brother 4. He was in Big Brother 4, and what really was annoying is that he could have probably made it to the end and won, but that whole twist with a person coming back really screwed up his whole game. He could have won. I really think Mitch would have won the game had that not happened. So, I mean, just a thought. People that try to beat other people or play to other people's games are definitely not a person I can back up, because you can't be like, you're not going to be like someone else. You just can't. Let's get to know Brian White here, or Brayden. It's Brayden. I don't know why I'm saying Brian, but it's Brayden. So let's see what he says. What is his strategy? To be liked so much by everyone that they can't get rid of me. Also to be a master manipulator. So he's going to play the Tommy Bracco game. He's just going to get people to like him. Make sure that everybody likes him and doesn't want him to leave. Simple game. He could do it. Anybody could do that game. As long as his game is simple, I don't think a simple strategy is probably best in these situations. Because if you have an over elaborate strategy, you try to live up to the hype, and there's no way you can live up to any hyped up strategy that you have. Let's see what he says he's going to do. Now, his strategy should be to hook up with another person who is a comp beast and make it all the way to the end. That would be his strategy. Win every competition possible. Well, we know who's going home one day. It's going to be Ethan, because if you keep winning competitions, people are going to be smart enough to say, bye, bitch, bye. Just going to say that. You keep winning competitions, people are going to put you on the chopping block faster than you can say anybody else's name in this house. I don't think he's going to get very far. This is Jed. Ooh, I'm going to go to Peter Brown. Go to follow Peter Brown. He was in Big Brother Canada 1. And he's doing a survey on who do you think is going to win. I'm still reading some of the bios still, because I want to look at their strategies, because their strategies can give me a little bit more in-depth knowledge on whether or not I think they're going to win or not. Let's see what this person says. Keep my educational background a secret. Okay. Get into a strong undercover alliance of 4 or 5 people. You know, you're putting way too much thought into this. Like, this is what happened to Tommy Bracco. He probably had this 6-point strategy that he was going to go and he was going to do this, 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 and this, and this. And you can't live up to a strategy that's like, personally, if I was going into the Big Brother house, to be like, my strategy is going to be to keep as many promises as I can, because I feel as though the more you lie, the more your lies catch up to you. But if it benefits me, I will lie and manipulate to increase my chances to go further in the game. But ultimately, I'm going to try to tell as many truths that I can to make myself seem as though I'm a trustworthy person, even though in the end, I'll cut you if I need to. That's a simple strategy that someone can live up to. Putting a point strategy down, that's not a strategy you can live up to. So this is what Jettison says, and this is why I don't think he's going to make it very far. This is why I probably didn't jive with him when he was, I don't know why I said jive, what I feel like I'm in a 60s movie. This is why he didn't resonate with me as much as other people. He said, keep my educational background a secret, get into a strong undercover alliance of 4 or 5 people, win when necessary, but not every time. I mean, these are good points. Work a strong social game, play on emotions of others, try to be good with many players. Man, it just seems like you're trying to go overboard already. Appear to struggle in mental competitions early in the game. Okay. Explore a low-key showmance if the opportunity presents itself. Maybe he'll be the one that gets in a showmance with what's-her-face. He might get in the showmance with Austin if he's already thinking, like, dude, stop thinking about a showmance already. Like, you haven't even been in the house yet. This guy looks a lot like the guy that sings that song. I'm gonna fly to the East Coast on last week. He looks exactly like him. Something living in the morning. What is your strategy? Start a 4-person secret alliance with a potential showmance in the alliance. Oh my gosh. Yes, that's simple, but that's too simple. There are some things that are just way too fucking simple. Do not put this fucking simple of a fucking strategy together. Come up with something better. I want to be in a showmance, and we're going to be in a 4-person alliance. Great strategy. This is another reason why this person probably didn't resonate with me, is because of the fact that is his goal, is to be in a showmance. Goals to be in a showmance in this game. Showmances can benefit you, but they also hurt you a lot. And if people are smart enough, which most people are, they will get you out. The only persons that were not smart as far as getting showmances out would have to be season 20. What is it? 22? Season 22, where they let a showmance go all the way to the fucking end because they were saying, we're not playing each other's game. We're playing our own games. Yeah, okay. You people are dumb enough to believe that, then you deserve to lose to a showmance. Let's just hope that this cast has brain cells, because I'm sick of having Big Brother casts that their brain cells are just not working properly. They're not seeing things. They're not observing things. They're just all over the board. All right. So let's see what Julie Vu's strategy is here. She said, my strategy is going into the house to be extra friendly. Okay, that's realistic. Find real common interest with everyone. Okay. Form a 4-person alliance and dumbing myself down. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a pretty decent strategy. I don't know. I mean, it's similar to other people's strategies that have talked. I don't know. Something with her influence or background is really not jiving with me as far as like Big Brother. When this is the Big Brother Canada season winner. Let's see here. Keeper. Let's see what he says in his strategy. So his strategy is I will be very social. Try to build relationships with other house guests. Like everybody's going to be doing that. There has to be you got to have something that sets yourself apart from the other house guests that makes them want to come to you. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I feel like he's going to try to be I feel like he's going to go far because people are going to underestimate him. But I also feel like there's a possibility that people are going to notice this particular strategy. Like the people who are Big Brother super fans and are going to be like, we need to get this person out. They're just going to float their way to the freaking finals because they're just so easygoing, so lackadaisical. That's just what's going to happen, possibly. He'd be a good person to vote for if you want to see him go far in the game in this voting to see who's going to be like the team captains. He definitely would be one of the people, but I didn't vote for him. Okay, LaToya, she's a real contender to win. Definitely a real contender to win because she's already coming up with simple strategies of what she's going to do. Now, hopefully her bio strategy is not complex, that it's simple, concise, is not anything too crazy because once it gets the more complicated the strategy, the more likely you cannot live up to that expectation. Let's remember that. So she's going to go undercover. The house guests will not know I'm a police officer. That's good. And that I have a degree in criminology. So she's not going to tell them about that. I will be a fashionista designer. I plan on forming more than one alliance and hopefully gaining the trust of most of the people in the house. Now, that's definitely a strategy she can live up to. I definitely agree with that. I think that she's going to make it really far in this game. I just have this feeling it's going to be LaToya and it's going to be Tyshawn. Tyshawn and LaToya are going to be two of the people that are going to make it very far in the game. The only thing that I am scared about is if she makes too many alliances, she might get caught in a Mitch situation where she has to pick between two of her alliances and then she gets caught up in them call her a liar that she was in this alliance with this person. Like, you know how it can go down in the Big Brother house. Like when a person gets caught in a lie or gets caught in a alliance of more than one, it can get tricky. Get really, really tricky, really, really fast. So she's got to hope all the cards fall in the right order that she doesn't get in trouble. The next person we're going to go after is Rohan Kapoor, which based on his profile, I already know he's too much to live up to. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to get very far. I feel like he's all talk. I feel like he's the kind of person that's all talk, no gameplay. That's just my opinion. He said he's going to create an alliance of 5 people, all with different skill sets. I plan to be quite active in the first half of the game by destroying the plays and calling the shots. This guy is a talker. He is not a player. He's a talker. Because if he's the kind of person that talks the talk, but he can't walk the walk. And I just have a feeling that he is not going to live up to his persona that he's trying to convey through his bio. He's not going to live up to it. And I think he may end up going the first week, possibly. He's one of those ones that could go the first week. Because he's too cocky. Bukaki. Too cocky. So yeah, I don't see him going far. So let's see here. We got Tara Jillian Petrozzi. I don't know how to say her name. Her strategy. If the house gets think I'm a super positive, vertically challenged mom having a midlife crisis, perfect. The less threatening I appear, the easier it will be to walk away with the cash. Very simple strategy. I like that strategy. If she can get past if they can, in the house, which it sometimes happens, if they can get past the whole age thing, I could see her winning too, now that I've read her strategy. It's a very simple strategy. It's a very, I don't know, something about her just screams like she could win. I don't know. But then again, she's also at a very vulnerable state because of her age, because of how the game is usually played. Usually what they'll do is you got the 30 and 20-year-olds being like, blah, 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 we got to get the old people out. Blah, 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 let's get the old people out. When in actuality, you should probably keep them around a little bit longer than just the beginning of the game. Because generally, they're probably not going to really be good at physical comps as much. They probably can be good at physical comps. It's not saying that they can't, but they're more likely to not be at their peak when it comes to physical comps. So it's a possibility that you could win in a physical comps, and physical comps usually come towards the end of the game nowadays. I'm not sure how Big Brother Canada Season 7 went down, if it was more physical comps towards the end, because I never watched Big Brother Canada Season 7, which I probably should watch, to see if it's more physical towards the end, kind of how it's been with Big Brother US in the last few years. It's from season 20 onward, it's pretty much been physical comps towards the end of the game, making it easier for someone who's more athletic to win. Which, if that's the case, these people should be looking at the physical threats and getting them out. Don't be dumb. But yeah, I could see her being a contender. As long as they don't do the whole ageist thing. Now, here's one of the people that I actually voted to be a leader because of her age, because I'm thinking that they're probably going to target people who are older in this game, because that's usually how it goes, which is bullshit, but it does happen. But let me read her strategy. Hopefully I didn't vote for her in vain, because maybe her strategy is really shitty and I didn't even realize it. She's going to be a friendly Newfoundlander. Newfoundlander. I don't know how to fucking say that shit. Oh, jeez. I didn't just cut myself. Oops. Okay. Continuing. So she's going to be a friendly Newfoundlander. I will also want to really meet and size up the competition first. Then my strategy will evolve from that. See, that actually is not a bad strategy. It's not a bad strategy to say, I don't have a strategy just yet. I want to see how the puzzle pieces fit in the game, and from there, make decisions. That's a great strategy, because then you don't have anything to live up to. You're not thinking in your head, oh, I gotta be this way. I gotta play my game the same way that I put in there. No, she said, I'm gonna size these people up, figure out what type of players they are, and see how I can use the pieces. Just like you do in chess. You know in a chessboard how certain players move. You size up the players, you size up your competition, and make moves accordingly. That's how you have to play Big Brother. And I think that's a great strategy. If she does not get targeted in the beginning, I can see her making it very far just based on her strategy alone. It's a very good strategy. Let's continue. This is one of my favorites, just from his bio. His bio screams very much a Tyler type of player. But who knows? Maybe his strategy is shit. We'll find out. We will find out. So it says, be in a co-ed alliance balanced with social, physical, and mental strengths. Also, I want to make sure I establish relationships with everyone. I don't know how I feel about that strategy. I mean, it's a simple strategy. Not going to say it's not simple. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this strategy. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's a decent strategy. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really scream to me winner of Big Brother. I don't know. Now let's go to the last one. We're going to go over Victoria's strategy here. If you got any questions, do leave questions in the comments. You can definitely go over anything you guys want to talk about. So Victoria says, my strategy is to be fun, present, and approachable. I plan to make a female bestie and divide and conquer. I will also find the strongest guy in the house and see if they want to secretly work together. I don't like that strategy. Don't like it. Do not like it. So, based on strategies, I have to say Tina. What did I say? Tina was a good strategy. Had a good strategy, I feel. Latoya had a good strategy. I don't remember who else I said had a good strategy. How dumb am I? But I remember these two at least. I think maybe Latoya is going to win. I think Latoya might win it all. I think Latoya is going to win it. I think she's going to play a very Derek-like game. And she might team up with Tina. And they might end up winning the game together. Or like being in a final two. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does anybody have any thoughts on any of the players? Anything that stood out to you that makes you think that who's not going to win? I don't know. No one. I personally, I think Latoya probably has the best profile overall, personally. Just based on what she said in her interview. And what she said her strategy is going to be. Tina has a very good strategy. I feel like Tina has the best strategy out of everyone, to be quite honest. Like, that's how I would go. And I'd be like, I'm going to see where everything goes. And depending on where people fall, I'm going to make decisions. That's how you should play Big Brother. You shouldn't go in there with a completely overwritten strategy. The people that go in there with these big ass strategies, they're like, I'm going to do this and this and this. And week 1, I'm going to do this. And week 2, I'm going to... Like, no. You have to take it week by week by week. And hopefully, you'll get to a point in the game where you feel safe. Which you should never feel safe. But hopefully you get to a point where you're towards the end of the game and you're like, I think I'm doing good. But best strategy, I have to say, goes to Tina. She has the best strategy out of all of them. Most realistic strategy as well. Just based on reading. I originally thought, just based on the bios, that Tyshawn and Latoya were probably most likely going to be the winners. But strategy-wise, I think Tina has the best strategy. Best strategy, Tina. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you guys have any thoughts about these players? See, here's the thing, though, with Tina, though. Tina could end up going home very early because of her age. Because that's what they do in Big Brother. They're like, oh my gosh, you're so old. We're going to put you in the block. No, that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to play that game. Play the strategic game, people. I'm a little scared at this cast because I have a lot of them are like social media influencers, and I don't feel like they really know the game. There's a few people that I think know the game, just based on what I read. Austin is one of them. Beth is definitely a second one. She knows who Mitch is. So the fact that she knows who Mitch is, knows that she's at least went back a couple seasons, more than just the most recent seasons, and watched Big Brother Canada season 4. So she must have watched a good variety of them, I think. I'm hoping. These are the two people that I think who actually know Big Brother. I really didn't get a vibe off of any of the other people if they actually know the show. But tell me what you think. Like, you can tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think in general. I think personally, just based on what I've read, I think LaToya has the best chances of winning. I think Tina has the best strategy. But as you know, with Big Brother, there's always this thing that goes on where they play favorites. So here's some people that are really and these are the people that I think that you should vote for if you're doing the voting for Canada. These are the people that are going to probably be vulnerable. He's going to be vulnerable just because he's gay, and he's going to be very extroverted about his orientation. So I feel like he's vulnerable. I feel like Julie is going to be vulnerable as well, just because the fact that she's trans. That's what they do in these shows. They single out people for something. There's a possibility that she might get singled out. These two definitely have a big chance of being singled out in regards to their age. He has a chance of being singled out in the beginning. And I think she has a big chance of being singled out in the beginning because I feel like she's going to be very, very extroverted. And I'm not sure how the other players are going to perceive that or take that. So what I did is I reviewed the cast and was like, well, who do I think is going to be vulnerable? And I voted for the vulnerable players to be the team captain. So I picked Victoria because I kind of want to give her a chance because I feel like she's a very good candidate for possibly being the first one evicted. And I also did Tina because she is also a good candidate for possibly being evicted. You also got Terry, that could be Kiefer, Julie, Brandon. These people generally... Josh could possibly be, but I don't see it based on this cast. Ethan could be, but I don't really care about Ethan. Like, Ethan doesn't even know what an IQ is. So, like, why would I want someone who doesn't even know what an IQ is to be in the running to possibly stay in the game? Like, I don't want you in the game. I'd rather you be on the block. Stay on the block where you belong. Like, come on. Like, that's what he said. I can't believe he said that in his bio. Does he watch Big Brother? Is he a Big Brother fan? Like, do you know what people actually watch Big Brother for? Like, they don't really, I don't personally watch Big Brother for the comp beasts. I watch for the mental manipulators. I wait for people who are going to be, like, stringing people along, and, like, those are the people that I watch for. I don't know what this person thought he was going on. He's like a very nice kid, but between him and a box of rocks, like, I'd rather pick the box of rocks as far as IQ level. Let's be honest. I mean, he obviously has a softer side, though, because he talks about his sister and how much he misses her. And it's nice that he has a softer side, but his, like, strategy for baiting the game is win as many competitions as possible. Yeah, okay, you do that. You do that and see how many times you get on the block. You keep winning and winning and winning and winning, and people gonna put you on the block. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, so that's what I did. Anywho, does anybody have any thoughts, opinions, anything that they want to say about the players, anything that they've noticed that I haven't discussed in length about any of these? I looked at the strategies. I looked at their bios. I watched all their video bios earlier. Unfortunately, YouTube will not allow me to stream their video bios because apparently it's some type of violation. Whatever. Suck my nuts. Like, come on. Like, YouTube, like, literally, it's on YouTube. Like, it's on YouTube. I was streaming from YouTube through my computer. Apparently, that's a violation. Whatever. Stupid. I'm not scared of YouTube. I don't have that many followers to be scared of YouTube. But yeah. That's my thoughts. I feel like this kid, Josh, is he the guy that sings that song on what's it called? Because he looks exactly like that guy. Fly to the East Coast some last week. Something. It was already on him. It looks like him, but I don't think it is him. I gotta fly to the East Coast on last week. Let's see what Peter has to say on Big Brother. Who is your pick to win Big Brother Canada? I think Tina T has the best strategy. Evicted first. Sorry, I'm just typing here. She keeps... Victoria, I think, will be evicted first if she's... So I just put in my... sorry. Live. So they're doing a little... Peter from Big Brother Canada Season 1 is doing a little poll online that I just participated in. Which you could do in the chat as well. He is saying, in regards to his thing... He said, sorry, he is stating that he wants to know who is the house guest you think is going to be evicted first and which house guest do you think is going to win. And I put my person that's going to probably most likely be evicted first is Victoria, sadly. As long as she's not saved by the... twist, and then Latoya would probably be my gear to win, just because she just has the overall best profile. Personally, Tina has the best strategy though, personally. Let's do it. What's going on here? All right, well, it was fun talking about the cast and hanging out. I want to thank everyone for coming and watching and hanging out. You can check me out on Twitch, Twitter, and here. I'm gonna hang this stream up now. We've been doing this for about 1 hour now. It's a lot of fun though. I love it when people. Anyway, I'm gonna hang it up. Thank you so much for